trust me, come with a real. You hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money, money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweight.
Oh, yeah. What up, though?
We got to go to the TV booth. We have a surprise for you guys off the rip. This conversation that started off air, carried on air.
Is this mic on?
Yeah.
Yes. Jocelyn! Justin Slade. Our guy does the graphics, a lot of video stuff, a lot of post-production stuff you see behind the scenes. He's done by this, man. He's had it all. What up, though?
What's wrong with Logic? We were talking. They asked me who my favorite rapper is. Logic. I'm gonna go with Logic. I'm fucking with Logic. What's wrong with Logic?
He's kind of cringe to me.
Yeah. Same.
It's that's why I like him so much.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's just it's not my scene. Not my.
When was the last time you listened to him?
Like with the Space Odyssey or whatever that album's called.
I don't even know when that came. It's been
Incredible True Story.
Yeah. Incredible True Story. Yeah.
So it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Dude, go back, hit the last 2 or 3, man. You literally don't even know what you're missing. Like, fire.
I'm with the cringe thing. I usually try to defend this.
I don't hear you.
There you go. Okay.
Oh my god.
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
Fuck me. All right. Oh no,
we got
but
Eazy joining the show.
yeah, we got Eazy joining the show. No, it's like he tries to rap hard like a MC, but the bars just aren't there. You know what I'm saying? They come off like
they're there.
They come off cringe.
They're there.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Yeah. And like, does anyone actually believe this guy's black? You know, I have a brother that's half black and looks white, but like Logic looks, he has nothing. No
if you're half
traits.
black, Logic's half black.
No, dude, Logic's.
I mean.
But no, it's the cringe for me. It's like he's good at rapping, but the words he says they're not good. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean I get it. That's how I feel about T Grizzly, if I'm being honest.
Well,
yeah, I'm not a big
though.
T Grizzly fan either.
Now you want to talk about who can't rap and doesn't know bars? Like, should I buy me a watch or an aquarium? This shit never even rhymes. Logic's got it.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But like he has the flow, I guess I'd say. You know what I'm saying? Where like you could just like
The
problem
with
Logic
is that it's way too obvious who he likes. Like all of his, if you listen to music, it's very apparent who he copies. Cole, Kendrick, like Eminem. He copies Eminem, a lot of these artists, and that's the thing about Logic is he literally when he raps fast, yes, he can like rhythmically rap well.
It's a voice too, actually.
He always says, it's a voice too, but he'll always literally say every time he goes to rap fast, he'll literally say something along the lines of "Now I'm about to rap fast" or "Here we go with the flow," and it's like, okay, if you're rapping fast,
we're going on a trip,
and that's the thing, you know, I got bashed for my Eminem stuff, but like that's the thing that you got to give Eminem credit for is when Eminem raps fast, he actually gives bars still. Logic doesn't, and Logic, it's just too obvious that he's inspired by Cole and he's inspired by Kendrick. I mean, he used literally the exact same drums as Kendrick on "Sing About Me" on his debut album Under Pressure, like the exact same drums. Like it's very apparent and obvious who he likes.
Put the camera on Justin.
Justin looks like he's about to punch you in the face.
I'm about to come flying out of this booth. I can't believe what I'm sitting here listening to. Like, okay, maybe he sounds a little bit like other people, but who doesn't? There's not many rappers that don't sound like somebody else. And like, I would argue Logic definitely has a unique feel to him. Like, he's not trying to be other people. Maybe he does like comedically sometimes.
No, he wants to be Cole and Kendrick so bad.
This is the most bullshit thing I've ever said in dude. Unreal.
Let me give Logic some credit though. His new album that came out this year is actually pretty good. Like he returned to his roots. You know, his mixtape stuff. He can rap very well. That was when he was the most distinct. But ever since he's become famous, like dude, look at Incredible True Story. He literally remade Flashing Lights, like the exact same beat, and then called it City of Stars.
You're using the Incredible True Story like. I would argue that's not his strongest shit, but his last like 3, maybe 4, like Confessions of a Dangerous Mind or whatever the fuck it's called, that thing, fire. Under Pressure, fire. Like his most recent one where he came back from retiring, fire.
Good
Dude,
Lord.
all of it.
No Pressure going into retirement was hard, but that was because he was going into retirement.
Well, I just went
Go back. Go back and listen.
Joey 2 times makes a great point that I actually agree with, and this probably sums it up for me. A little bit of it. He says that Logic does that thing some rappers do when they try to cram too many syllables into one bar, and it just doesn't like hit the ear right.
I mean, I would like agree that he sometimes does, and sometimes it feels a little goofy, but that's kind of like what he's trying to do. Like it works for him.
See, like
I don't really know if it does work.
I don't know if it works. Like Lil Dicky's goofy, but that works. Like,
no, that doesn't.
He's got
either.
bars.
Doesn't work either.
That works.
Oh my
Come
god,
on.
dude! Oh. Give my mic, I'm out.
Justin, everybody, give
Justin
a hand.
Slam.
Give a round of applause. Shout out.
But I saw someone in the chat say, at Adam Kerr said, talk about Zadina contract, please. And Philip Zadina did get re-upped by the Detroit Red Wings for 3 years on an average of $1.825 million per year. And I think this is a good contract. It just gives a little more, oomph to Zadina to try to get him out there and try to get him started, get him what they think he can be. They think he can be a goal scorer. They think he can be a guy that goes out there. Maybe he's on the third line this year. We'll see what's going on with that. But hopefully this is kind of the, kick in the ass that Zadina needs to get out there and unlock his true potential. So I think Zadina will have a good year this year. I think he showed a lot when they did the check line with him and Pew Suter and our boy, why am I blanking on his name? Oh my God, I can't remember his name. I'm blanking on it.
Giovanni?
But it'll come back to me. No, but he just needs to get out there. He needs more reps. He needs to stay healthy. He looked good on the second power play unit, so I expect him to bounce back. And I don't mind this. This is a very flexible deal. It doesn't hamstring the Red Wings.
I was just gonna say, bit of a discount. If he pans out.
I mean, yeah, if he pans out, but this is something that could be moved eventually if he doesn't pan out. So I don't mind it at all.
Because I know the guy that sits in that chair from 11-1, Neil Rule was higher than Zadina. Oh, that's Jacob Verana.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just right on Verana then. Verana's a sniper. Oh, I thought it was Zadina then.
No, it is Zadina. That's the check connection line was
Verana.
Verana.
Oh, I was like,
Verana, P. Suter, and Philip Zadina, and they were actually pretty. Return on investment was high. Obviously, a lot of it was Verana because he's a dirtball. He's nasty. Like he's got some nasty stuff. He could be a 40 goal scorer in this league if he could stay healthy. But I don't mind the re-signing of Zadina. I think, I think he can come in and he can do it well. But we have to see. He still has to show us.
Show us. Speaking of show us and ad libs, DJ Khaled, because I want to give Sus a shine. All right, Sus's thing is the music. And obviously, Jid last night dropped the album. DJ Khaled dropped his album. First listen official reviews. Sus, what we working with?
Which one you want?
I want Jid first because I'm more of a Jid fan. I mean, I respect Khaled, but let's be real. Khaled's, that's not really one artist like Judge there.
Listen, this Jid album is everything I wanted from Jid. Like, it's not Good Kid, Mad City. It's not 2014 Forest Hills Drive, but this album solidified Jid as a star of this generation.
I agree.
He's always been proven to be at the highest caliber of rap out of everybody from this new generation, but it's the musicality of this project. It's the way he structured his songs. He brought in more. He did a lot of like arrangements with the instrumentation. He is so good at rapping that sometimes he does it too much. Like on DiCaprio 2, it's a great project, but sometimes if you're just not into like great rapping, then it's not going to fall. It's going to fall by your ears. But this album, he did a great job of spacing out, bringing in choirs for hooks, and changing the song structure. Instead of going traditional verse chorus, he throws some bridges in there. He just did a lot of more experimentation. You can tell that this took 4 years of crafting to really put this album together. And it's a great album. It's one of the best albums this year.
His flow is just so nasty.
Yeah.
So nasty.
It's just it's like one of the nastiest in my opinion.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm an anomaly, entered into a rapper ironically.
Yeah.
And he switches his flow a lot on this album too. So something I was happy to see.
It's like I don't want to say this is like probably definitely way too soon to say it, but like I like Andre 3000's flow because it's so fluid and like it pivots and Jid reminds me of that a little bit. It's a younger version of it,
100%.
So I'm proud of him. This is definitely his little coming out album. So shouts out to him. I think he's been introduced to the world now. Make sure you guys check that out. DJ Khaled, don't go too in depth with this one because not one artist, but just good or bad.
There's not much to
Worth
say
to listen
other than the number for Khaled this week is 3. This is his best album of his last 3 albums. Major Key was a good album, and the last 3 since have not been that great. This one was. This one was pretty good. It wasn't as good as Major Key, but it was good. It had some joints on there. The whole verse was crazy. Just absolutely stole the show from Wayne and Ross. And then you have the 21 Savage feature. They got the girls record with Lotto and City Girls. Like, that's the one that the girls are going to turn up to. So it was a good. It was a good album, but it was the 3rd best album this week. Jid's album was better, and so was Rock Marciano and Alchemist. I want to give that a shout out as well. So the number of Khaled is 3.
When you start saying guys no one knows, then your review stops.
That's what I'm here for. If you don't know, now you know.
Well, moving on. Some people we know. Actually, I don't know who's in this. I sent you a picture. Can you pull up the training camp fight?
Yeah.
This one came across Twitter. I just wanted to bring it onto the show because, like, this thing is just wild, bro. I want you to see Spencer. You're a former black belt in karate.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this stance, bro. Look at that left hand. That I don't know what you want to call that one. I think he's going for a hook, jab type deal.
I have no idea.
All right, then just
look at this
quick
face.
cut to the second one.
Yeah.
Because this face says it all. What is you doing?
Yeah, for real.
Bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
What is going on?
We've seen a lot of scraps in practice lately. We had Aaron Donald yesterday swinging 2 helmets like battle axes, and now we got this fight going on. It's, you like to see it. Football season's almost here.
I saw this funny-ass gif for a tweet someone posted. It was like Myles Garrett watching Aaron Donald swing two helmets, and some dude just fucking like taking like some dead-ass notes. You know what I'm saying? No, man, I had that. My man's face said it all, man. I had to pull that one out. Spinny. That's a nice shirt, dog. What's we got a couple more days and we get to ship those out?
Couple more days, it needs to be coming out. Giving them to the people, giving them their orders. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And, yeah, ready to give them out. People have been clamoring for them, so we'll finally get them shipped out pretty soon. Shout out to Berkeley Edwards and Beast Now for hooking us up with the Connect and making these things happen. These are fire. We are going to send them out to the people as soon as we get them, so I'm excited.
Damn, that segment flew by fast.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I'm like, oh, man, we got 5 more minutes.
I'm coming in there. I'm going to
here.
turn into a rap.
Okay. It's because Sus talks too goddamn long. Every goddamn time. No, I'm joking. Hey, we got a big show for you guys. It's a big show because we're bringing on a fellow heavyweight and our guy Sean Murphey from Half Court in Woodward Pistons. We'll talk about some, Jaden Ivey, and actually he sent us a list of things he wants to talk about. And obviously, I gotta give him some mess about Chet.
Yeah.
Because that was his guy. He was
Team Chet
all the way. And obviously, if you guys don't know, Chet Holmgren out for the season in his rookie year. Doesn't even get to hit the floor. But the Slim Man Rookie of the Year race next year, though.
Yeah.
When Wanna Bang Your Mama comes.
Yeah, Wanna Bang Your Mama. If the Thunder end up getting Wanna Bang Your Mama and they have him, Chet, and I always forget the last guy's name, but that would be like 3 7-footers with a combined weight of like
200 pounds.
Yeah, 150 pounds.
Combined weight of my thigh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird sight to see if they're all on the court at the same time.
I almost want to say it wouldn't work, but Chet and Wembanyama, they passed the ball like really well together. Well, as like individual, like big men, like that's when I saw Evan Mobley. The way I knew he was gonna be a star, his like court vision, his playmaking. As a big man, that's unheard of.
The problem is though one of them have to be out on the perimeter if you play both of them at the same time.
Yeah, they both can shoot.
I think more that one of them has to be in the paint more than the perimeter.
Yeah, the problem is one's got to be in the paint.
I'm talking defensively though. Like defensively, like one of them's going to have to be guarding like a switchy wing, like a Sadiq Bey type, And how do you like them matching up, or Jeremy Grant?
Yeah.
How do you like Chet or Victor on one of them? I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Sucks because we won't know until next year too.
Yeah.
That does suck, but I'm gonna cut the BS, Spinny. Where do you get your haircut?
Obviously it's Lady Jane's because, as you know, we broadcast this show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Birmingham. It's definitely awesome when I get off the show. If I want to clean up my dead ends, maybe take an inch or two off, I can go in, sit down on one of those chairs, and I know my girls Alyssa or Megan will take care of me. I highly recommend you get into a Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men near you and let them treat you like a king as well. They are open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. So like I said, get into a Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. No appointment necessary because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back talking a little Detroit Lions football, baby.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Hagera Health. and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Odds Trader. OddsTrader.com is the website for your play-by-play updates, live scores, and best price in every game from multiple sports books. Guys, if you're gambling with money, be smart and use OddsTrader and shop for the best odds. Go to OddsTrader.com for your best bet.
God did.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinball Racks.
What up, though?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth, Casper the Friendly Ghost on the ones and twos, which actually means nobody. But nonetheless, we carry out the show, man. We got a lot of Detroit Lions in the prep for you. Almost here, Spinny. Almost there.
Almost,
the final stretch. I'm sick of these hypotheticals. I like this. I think it means this. We get to finally find out.
Cream cheese.
Push to the pavement, fellas.
Yeah. Spread your shit.
Finally, man. We're so damn close. But we're going to start the show off with a little bit of a hypothetical, all right? Is there a video for this one, or we're just going off of...
Okay. Yeah, there is a video for this one.
So this is Ben Johnson speaking on Jared Goff's confidence within the new system. Sus. DJ, spin that shit!
But I think Ben has done an excellent job. And,
nope, that's Dan
Campbell. It was, we...
It's all right.
It was the one I sent in Slack.
'Tis okay.
I think he's had a great camp.
He's
displaying a lot of confidence within the system right now, and once again, we're trying to tailor it to what he does best, and I think that's going to come to light once we start kicking off and getting into the regular season.
That's it?
Yeah, that was it.
That's it?
That was our Woodward sponsored video. Were you dancing with Jacinda?
Oh, from Superbad?
Yeah, but no, that's Ben Johnson talking about Jared Goff's confidence, talking about what he's going into, and we haven't seen much of Ben Johnson. Obviously, a man of few words.
Got period blood on his shorts.
Blood brothers. But Ben Johnson has spoken highly of Jared Goff's confidence. Taylor Decker has spoken highly of Jared Goff's confidence. DJ Chark has spoken highly of Jared Goff's confidence. So I expect him to go out there and put up some numbers. I expect him to not be having the puppy dog face, the Bambi legs in the pocket. Like, he needs to go in there.
Deer in headlights look.
Deer in headlights look, for sure. And he needs to deliver the ball on time and on target to his receivers where they need it, hit them right in the chest so we can keep this thing moving, keep the chains moving. I do expect him to have a better season than he did last year. Obviously, we talk about the weapons he's gained, but the confidence that they talk about is important. You're in Ben Johnson's offense for, let's say, a year and a half now. You had the full offseason. You had part of it last year after Anthony Lynn got canned, and you know what he expects. You know what they want to do in that Ben Johnson offense. So I think he's going to look more comfortable in the pocket. His decisions will be sharper. His passes will be more on target because he has this rapport built with the receivers now, so he knows where they're going to be when they break their route, where they like the ball placed. So I expect Jared Goff to go out there and put up a good season, but still Jared Goff, man. Just saying. Still Jared Goff. Don't be too happy.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke on it a little bit yesterday during the live broadcast. It's like a lot of what Jared Goff, for him to be successful, it's really based off that run game. And I'm fairly confident Ben Johnson's going to be able to do it. We have the offensive line where it's like now that they're all healthy, by the way, but you almost like, there's no way you could mess up the run game with these guys, man. I if we can't run the football, I've lost all hope. And I know that game one's a tough matchup, too, against the Philadelphia Eagles. They have a stout defensive line. They just added Jordan Davis to it, too. Brandon Graham, Jordan Davis is another name I'm missing on that one, too, and a little bit nervous about. But Ben Johnson, man, I'm more confident in him than I am Jared
Fletcher
Goff.
Cox.
He's actually the reason. There you go, Fletcher Cox. Shout out Cox.
Cox.
Yeah, see, it's weird because when you say it like that, it doesn't cringe, but when you said it the other way. But anyway, probably because you put the other word in front of it. Nonetheless, I'm confident in Jared Goff, but because of Ben Johnson. You know, and again, we got the little assault-based sprinkle of him last year, and we saw Jared Goff pop off the page. The one thing that Jared Goff fans would argue about, the last 4 games. As Jared Goff truthers, you and I, we couldn't say shit about the last 4 games because he did actually produce the last 4 games. And like you say, it's more of a rapport than Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has more weapons. So it's even like, if say he's looking for DJ Chark on a deep route, you know, but obviously doesn't have confidence in himself a little bit to throw a deep route because it's not what he's great at. Amon-Ra is a sure-handed guy he could always go to.
Yes.
You know, and I'm sure he's going to build that relationship with T.J. Hockenson too. Actually, before T.J. Hockenson went down, him and Goff had a little bit of a rapport for sure. I mean, he was our best receiver last year until Amon-Ra hit the field. Let's be real about it. So I am confident in Jared Goff as well.
Yeah, I think he can, like I said, I think he can go out there and use these weapons that they've given him, use these guys to put up some good numbers. Because like you said, he has that rapport with T.J. Hockenson. He has that rapport with Amon-Ra St. Brown that he built last year. He said himself that Amon-Ra St. Brown is the guy he's looking for if he's looking to make a play. He knows Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's been known Josh Reynolds. You saw that when they brought him in. He already had that rapport with him. He's building stuff with DJ Chark. You see him doing the workouts out there. He likes Khalif Raymond because Khalif Raymond was our leading receiver before Amon-Ra took the field. So I am excited to see what they can do. It's going to take a lot of moving parts for this offense to be great. Obviously, we talk about how Jared Goff is at his best when it is a run-first offense and they're doing play-action passes and things of that nature. So we're going to need the defense to get some stops if we want to run the ball. You can't run the ball when you're down 20 points. So I hope this defense can hold up to a point to where this offense will be able to execute how they want to.
Hey, Sus.
Hey,
yo, Sus. I know that I'm confident in Jared Goff this year. Fairly confident, obviously, as much as you can be in Jared Goff. I know Spencer's confident in Jared Goff. Can you make a YouTube poll? I want to know about the chat. Are you guys confident in Jared Goff? What do you think the percentage yes is going to be actually on this one, Spinny? Because you know all these fans.
Probably like 85.
I'd say BDE did have you guys going what? 15 and 2?
Yeah, 15 and 2.
That's wild.
Crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say around 80. I'm going 80%.
Oh, yeah.
Over
people love Jared Goff, too.
They do. Blindly. I don't even get it. How do you like watch this man play football and like, I don't know. And I think one thing, too, with him, especially, is like you saw it point blank. When he had that run game in Todd Gurley, Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without it, night and day, bro.
Night and day.
You that tells you everything what Todd Gurley brought to that offense.
Throwing balls out of bounds on 4th down.
Yeah, like dude is wild without a run game. But luckily enough, hopefully, I should knock on wood, we got DeAndre Swift. Deuce Staley clearly believes he's going to be a special back. I believe he'd be a special back. You've seen moments, but it's crazy. We haven't seen it in like a stretch.
If he stays healthy, he can be a special back.
Yeah.
We saw when he's on the field, he's electric. When he's there going crazy, he's electric. So I expect him to stay healthy this year to an extent. Obviously, as a running back, it's not uncommon to miss a game here and there. But I expect him to play the majority of the games this year. He is in a contract year, so I think he'll put up good numbers. And it'll be Goff. It'll be up to Goff to use the weapons around him to succeed. Obviously, like I said, it's a lot rides on the defense if we're going to win ball games or not.
Yeah.
Because we expect this offense to put up points.
100%.
We expect this offense to do numbers. We saw what they did in that one series they had in the preseason. They walked right down the field and scored a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So that's what I expect. With this offensive line, with this menage of running backs, with this collection of receivers that we have, they should be able to be dangerous and put up numbers. So it's going to be on the defense a lot.
What about if Swift goes down?
Swift goes down, I think we'll still...
Are you still confident Goff if Swift goes down?
I mean, to a certain point, it's, I'm confident in our running backs, but it's definitely going to hurt.
Yeah.
Definitely going to hurt if you lose your RB1.
85%, by the way. You guys were right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how these guys roll.
We know you.
Actually,
we know all of you.
Yeah. I know what number you're thinking. 379. What?
Actually, I was thinking how the skin's the largest organ on the body.
Whoa. What?
It's from The Office.
Oh. Yeah. Is it something Dwight says?
Yeah.
Sounds like something Dwight would say.
Yeah. You don't even have to watch the show to know that.
Can you reword this then, Sus? Because I knew these guys would say yes.
Are you sure you're confident in Jared Goff? Should I just say
Are you double dog sure? No. If Swift goes down, are you still confident in Jared Goff? I guess would be the question I wanted to ask them.
Okay, I got you.
I'm trying to ask I asked you that, but I haven't answered prepared myself. What happened?
Joey said his fiance is way too hot for him to be a bad QB. Pretty sure the science behind it is proven.
Nah.
His fiance is hot.
She is, but like,
shut up.
Shut up. All NFL players just got hot fiancés, man.
Yeah, that's true. It's the jersey.
Even
like Deuce Staley said, you think you're pretty? Dude. Don't ever let him lie to you. It's the jersey.
I know a girl who was like bragging about a AA ball player she's dating, and I'm like, come on, shawty, like at least let him be in the league. But yeah, double dog down on that. I want to see if you guys feel confident if DeAndre Swift goes down. But before I do that, let me tell you guys. Well, I'll wait till you're done typing stuff. My bad. I apologize. I'll give you a little bit of time. If Swift goes down, am I still confident in Jared Goff? I guess describe confidence.
Fuck no, baby.
I definitely lose a big chunk of my confidence. I'm not gonna lie to you. He does have a bunch of more weapons, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, let's look at it this way then. Like, actually, when LA lost Gurley, they still receiving weapons?
Yeah.
Like, give me some names though. Help me out here.
They're receiving weapons?
Yeah. After they lost
Brandon
Gurley.
Cooks, Cooper Kupp, Rob Woods, Bobby Trees.
Yeah.
They had Higbee and Gerald Everett.
Yep.
And then they had, what's his name filling in?
Yeah,
CJ Anderson.
Yeah, we need Swift.
Yeah.
We need Swift. Pound for pound, we did this as offenses. LA's 2018 one versus what we're going into this season. But the receiver room. You think the Lions got a better receiver room than that LA team?
No. We already did this, and no.
Yeah. I thought it was overall offense we did.
Yeah, but it broke down to receivers.
Yeah.
It's 3 for 3. Because both of their fourth receivers is Josh Reynolds. Yeah. So 3. I don't care about 5 and 6.
Oh yeah, that's where Eazy went crazy, right?
Farrell Cooper.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
I don't care about 5 and 6. So 3 for 3.
They have Farrell Cooper. I'm like, no.
3 for 3. The Rams have a better receiving room.
All right, but let me tell you guys about Centron. Centron's official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. Centron has combined all 3 of the delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. Try great tasting cranberry, the classic and sugar-free, all in one pack. Pre-order your Centron 6-pack sampler box today at CentronWorld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Centron and let's go Red Wings.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock Detroit and Rocket Mortgage. Bedrock and Rocket Mortgage basically turned an old parking lot into a massive outdoor playground. They have roller skating, basketball courts, food trucks, live music, and art installations. So make sure you go down to Bedrock Detroit's Monroe Street Midway, which is right next to Campus Marshes. It's in the heart of the city. They even got Wi-Fi, so you can take your computer done and get you can take your computer down and get some work done in the heart of the city. Perfect place to take out the shawty, have a nice night on the town. So go down to the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock Detroit.
I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Your family.
This chat is going to get me in trouble because I have a take on the discussion that's going on within the chat. All right, it's talking about someone's wife. Though.
Say it.
I'm not going to use names, but I guarantee she getting that slop.
Say it, Tupac.
on a snap of a finger, too, because I agree with whoever said originally. Shorty's mid.
She's mid.
Definitely mid.
Definitely mid.
Like, Goff's got it. Kelly's probably just got that. What up, and welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my man, spin more racks. We got Young Sons in the booth. And we over here. Hey, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment. That slop coming on. Now, wah. Oh, God. Apologize, guys. But it's just basic math, though. Gotta make sense. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
It's basic
Ain't no way.
You gotta make it add up.
Yeah, dude. You gotta do the science behind it. Shorty got that slop top. All right, anyway.
I can't believe you name dropped.
I didn't name drop, bro. Let's get over that. Yeah. It didn't happen. Julian Edelman. Do you have a graphic for this one, actually?
No.
Damn, I apologize, and I wish we did. So, Julian Edelman did Ask Me Anything.
Yeah, AMA on Reddit.
And he, and he said, "Shorty's mid. She probably got the sloppy top." They asked him, who is the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL?
Yes.
Spencer. What was his answer?
Amon-Ra the Sungown St. fucking Brown was his answer. Woo! It's, and that's coming from guy Julian Edelman, who is of the same ilk of Amon-Ra. The same. The last time I said that, I said elk, and everybody in the chat roasted me. But he is from that same group of receiver, that slot guy, that possession guy, that guy that's going to do the yakking.
Shorty be doing that.
Shorty be doing that yakking.
Throwing it back and doing the yakking.
But
I'm sorry.
Julian Edelman is also like the precipice of that receiver. He is a Super Bowl MVP. He was the squirrel. He was Tom Brady's, butt buddy. And he was a great player for a long time. And so when you hear a guy like him who knows his football, obviously, knows his receivers, obviously, say Amon-Ra St. Brown is the most slept on guy in the league, makes you happy. It really does. Show some love for the D.
Whoa.
Tell the line. Julian Edelman, tell them how you love the D, baby. It's exciting when you hear it, because you hear it all over the place from fans and different media members, but now you're hearing it from players. You heard Ocho Cinco say, Tom Kennedy, I see you, T. Kennedy. I see you. Now you see Julian Edelman saying Amon-Ra St. Brown, most slept down player in the league. And then we had another one. Cole Beasley.
Yes.
Man of controversy, I will say.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been.
Why?
I don't know. There's some back stuff, I think.
Oh. Cole Beasley's a man. He raps?
Yeah. Cole Beasley's got bars. And he's got a hot wife, too. But
I'm just telling you, they all got the hot wife, except for my man. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, one more thing, because the chat's still on it. Speaking purely scientifically.
This is our clip of the day.
And mathematically. Count the kids. She got that thing on her, girl. I'm just saying. That wop. I'm just saying. But carry on. Cole Beasley? What about Cole Beasley?
That is not our clip of the day. We cannot clip that, bro.
Oh, I'm not clipping that. Who said clip of the day? I said clip of the day.
That's what Sus said.
Oh, hell yeah. Sus.
They're fans of the station, friends of
the network,
upper management. Like,
yeah,
we cannot do that. But I'm sorry.
Wow.
You just doubled down. But Cole Beasley said Dan Campbell is the man. Dan Campbell is somebody you want to play for.
Yes.
Yeah, and you've met her, right?
Stop, man. That's not even what I'm talking about, dude. Stop.
But yeah, Dan Campbell. Cole Beasley said Dan Campbell's the man. That's just another guy coming out, reaching out, saying that's a guy I want to play for. And that's what you like to see. You have a guy in Detroit that players are like, yeah, I'll go play for that guy. I'll bite a kneecap or two. What do you think that it means to the Detroit Lions to have players expressing their gratitude, expressing what they're seeing is they're kind of doubling down on what we all say, what we all see. But when you see it from an outside source, from a guy that has nothing to gain from saying Amon-Ra St. Brown's the most slept-on player in the league, or Dan Campbell, somebody I would love to play for, What does that mean to you as a Lions fan?
I think it confirms everything that we're like, just confirms all the sugar we're pouring into this Kool-Aid before we like serve it here live on air every single day, week in, week out. Now, again, we're limiting ourselves, cutting ourselves off around like the 8 or 9 win window. However, like the outside sources saying all these things, and let's be real about it. It began while the Detroit Lions were losing, on a losing record last year. People were still saying, it's still going to be an exciting team to watch come forward in the future. You know what I'm saying? We're still getting the compliments. Dan Campbell was still getting the compliment as a leader, as a coach. And then you see it continue to grow. Now, some of it may be a little bit extra, sprinkles just because of Hard Knocks. It's on more of like a national stage. A little, yeah. But it's funny because there's like some weird bubbling noise coming out too while you're doing that. But nonetheless, though, it confirms all of it. You know what I'm saying? And it confirms another thing too. For me, the culture of this place is completely shifted. From when we had Matt Patricia here, it stunk. It was stanky. You know what I'm saying? It was not a good situation. Guys didn't want to come to Detroit. I had a first-hand conversation. One of the coolest and best interviews I ever did while I was doing the podcast in the basement was with Glover Quinn. Yeah. And he said when he came to Detroit, it was like, no one really wants to play in Detroit. Like, I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what goes on around league circles. No one wants to come to Detroit. You have a stinky-ass history. All right, at the time, the city was on a little bit of the come-up, of the rebuild. So the city was a little bit stinky, too. But all that's changing, the city included, and then the Detroit Lions especially. And I think that all that stuff just confirms it. We are hyped about Amon-Ra St. Brown, and people are like, "Oh, you guys are just fanboys. You guys are just Kool-Aid drinkers." No, man. No. There's multiple guys giving this guy credit, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and one of them being Cole Beasley. I'm not telling you he's the best wide receiver in the league, but he's a wide receiver in the league. Yeah, still,
he's one of the best slot guys in the league for sure.
And he stuck around for a minute. You know, so like, and there's been more guys too crediting Amon-Ra St. Brown for the stuff he's been. Kelly sent that guy. He's about to come here and assassinate me. No, but
yeah,
there's some guy standing at the LJ's windows staring.
That was weird.
It was oddly weird, but nonetheless.
You said her name again.
Oh fuck, guys! I'm talking about. I can't even think of another name. That's throwing me off, man. But nonetheless, it just verifies everything we've already been saying as Detroit Lions fans because we're hearing it outside.
Yeah. Yeah, we see it. Micro Mike said, Eazy seen Amon in camp. He was killing it. And it's true.
Dude,
he's been leading the receiving corps. He's been that vocal leader. He has been the guy. I bring it up every time. Only receiver in the NFL last year with 70-plus catches, 0% drop rate. Like, the guy goes out there. He makes plays. When he gets his hands on the ball, he doesn't drop it. And he makes explosive things happen when he touches the football. Like we said in the last segment, Jared Goff said, if there is a guy that I'm looking to make a play, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's what he has become. He has become that leader. He's become the biggest steal of that draft. That's what we're hoping Rodrigo turns into this year, is the biggest steal of that draft.
Yeah.
And if he's starting already, he probably is already as a 6th-round pick. Like, I'm excited, though, because like you said, that hate, that bad mantra that was thrown on Detroit and the Detroit Lions specifically is kind of being uplifted.
Yes.
Starts at the top.
Make it drop.
Starts.
That's that wow.
That's that wet-ass gushy. It starts with Sheila Hamp.
Yes.
It starts with her getting Hard Knocks, getting us the draft, signing a guy like Brad Holmes, and then letting Brad Holmes and also Sheila bringing in Spielman.
Yeah.
Making amends with Calvin. Bringing in Barry Sanders to do different things. And that is what good organizations do. They rely on their Hall of Famers. They rely on their veterans. They lean on those guys to help the young guys, to help the fans grow. And she's doing all of that. So props to Sheila. Boss bitch status, Sheila Hamp.
Yeah.
Going crazy out there. It starts with her, trickles down. Obviously, we have another great leader under her in Brad Holmes. Another great leader under him in Dan Campbell, and people are seeing that. Obviously, we're getting a lot of the media hype because of Hard Knocks, because we're right in your face, and you can't take your eyes off of it. But it's still, it's good to see. Dog, what?
What?
I just saw like a Hyundai limousine. Like I've never seen that before. I'm sorry. That was the wildest shit I've ever seen. It was literally like a Hyundai Santa Fe limousine. That was pretty wild.
No, but I'm with you, man. Like the national media, like when's the last, like for instance, when we talk about the Brad Holmes being on Rich Eisen and discussing, and I get they have the number 2 overall pick, but like when was the last time you saw any national media members or national shows, speaking of the Detroit Lions, and when they do come up, typically they're getting, poo-pooed. Well, like this one's like, it's very interesting. We're intrigued. All these guys are buying in. You got Brad Holmes, our general manager. Has Bob Quinn ever done that type of interview? I can't think of any on the top of my head.
No, definitely not.
Dan Campbell on the Pat McAfee show. And on Pat McAfee, maybe clown him a little bit.
Yeah.
Atta baby.
Atta baby.
Man, and
Come
all
on,
that good
man.
stuff like that. But like, even like by the way, when the girl was there, I forgot her name. But Good Morning Football, probably one of the best football shows.
Yeah.
Actually, was the best football show. Not so much anymore than Mr. Nate Burleson and I forgot her name, Kay Adams.
Yes.
Kay Adams. But even them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like last year, in off season, because this is before Hard Knocks, So this just definitely like you see more stuff like that. Start to verify things like this, and I can't wait to start talking about Rodrigo as well.
So we got some stuff going on in the chat.
What's going on in the chat?
But I just want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Yes or no answer.
What?
Do you think Dan Campbell's got a hammer on him?
What?
Yes or no?
Yeah, because like when the former
Spitty, why don't
players,
you tell us about Guardian Alarm?
he got that good D like Guardian Alarm. I'll leave it at that. Former teammates are always like, yeah, I play with Dan. I respect him.
Yeah.
Bam! He get a lot of PT. Let's go about it. He get a lot of PT. They respect him, so I'm just saying.
But yeah, if you want, if you want yourself to have some fantastic D, you should go to Guardian Alarm, because as you know, summertime is here, and that means spending more time outside. Let Guardian Alarm give you peace of mind, whether you are enjoying the sunshine or just hanging out inside. I'm so sorry. Call 1-800.
Dan Campbell got that hammer
today and rest easy knowing you have 24/7 protection. That's 1-800.
Stay out!
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we will be right back.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for Big Hog and Novi. And right now, you can get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. Just stop in and tell them we sent you, and they will print you out one on the spot. So go to Big Hog and Novi today and get your free t-shirt, or visit them at bigfrog.com/Novi.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth in the chat, man. Y'all are on one today. Y'all some freaky mofos. We don't even got the K cam running. Like, you guys.
Freaky Friday.
So in the chat, I said, Rod Wood sounds like a porn star name, and it got deleted.
Got flagged.
It got flagged. But Rod Wood, I'm not mad at Rod Wood at all, man. Rod Wood's. He's come out and said, he's not a football guy. He's a money guy, and he's doing good things with the money. So props to Rod Wood.
Like not paying Calvin Johnson?
No, chill. That wasn't him. Like these contracts that he's working side by side with Brad Holmes on. Going out and working with the commissioner to get Hard Knocks, to Big Hog, to get the draft. Like, Rod Wood's doing things he needs to do. And I'm happy with the performance of all of our upper management so far of this regime, including Rod Wood.
DCP wants that. I might stop by.
Stop by Big Hog. Get yourself a free t-shirt with some stains on it.
Jeez, man. I'm going to pace ourselves. So we have one video we want to clip, or one segment that we specifically want to clip, and I'm going to wait till we get off our
No, we got to do it right now.
You want to do the clip?
Yeah.
Clip? Okay.
Tell them about the big dogs, the big hogs,
the heavyweights.
Yes.
Levi Onwuzurike, as you guys know, is questionable for week 1 already. Actually, Dan Campbell's already said it. He doesn't expect him to play week 1.
Yes.
And we kind of went on a tangent yesterday. Oh, Ndamukong Suh, and what are we going to do? And like more so freaking out about Levi and his return. And the actuality, Levi in his rookie year only gave us 35 tackles and 1 sack. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like there's much production missing. And no disrespect to him. You know what I'm saying? It's his rookie year, and I'm giving him some slack, and he missed a couple games too. Obviously, he had the back injury. So it's not like we're missing much production. However, today I want to do. As I'm going there, I want to take a little bit of a deeper dive into the guys that would replace him on that line.
Yes.
And guys that I'm fairly confident in. And one of the names that came, by the way, today too, I guess Isaiah Buggs moving to 3-tech, and Lee McNeil moving more so into Levi's spot.
Okay.
Just because he's so damn athletic. Like you said, former outfielder, bro.
Yes.
Like that guy as an that's insane. That's wild. But nonetheless, I'm going to start one. Easy one, the commish, I believe his name is, John Kaminsky. I think he actually was the one who put on the pressure on the Colts quarterback to kind of seal the deal for the game winner of the Detroit Lions on the last preseason game. Stop reading the chat, you little nasty.
The chat's going
Isaiah
so hard
Buggs getting looks at nose tackle as well. I just told you guys that. And that's why, I'm seeing the lean move over to that shade spot. But the name that I like that intrigued me the most is undrafted free agent, because it looks like Brad Holmes did it again, Demetrius Taylor.
Demetrius
Taylor. I was back there. You always yell at me, "You're never out here with me, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
Well, I was back there watching Demetrius Taylor, whatever YouTube tape was available. He went to Appalachian State, RIP Michigan. But his nickname from AG is Sawed Off. You know what I'm saying? Sawed Off.
Yeah.
Because he's exploding off the line. And he does, bro.
Yeah.
100% it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At 6'1", like 300 pounds, I wanted him to bulk up a little bit. And again, this is an undrafted free agent. Maybe the practice squads was what they thought he fell into, but we're at a point now, Levi out and just other injuries around the defensive line. This kid might make the 53-man roster. Yeah. And he's doing it. I'm looking over some of his stats, too, in college. In 65 games, he had 136 tackles. This is interior defensive lineman. 26.5 sacks. Put a little edge, too. 45.5 tackles for losses. 1 interception, 5 forced fumbles, and 10 pass deflections. I think Brad Holmes might have got
those are some damn good numbers.
I think Brad Holmes might have got another one. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see if he makes the roster, but that's just one guy coming up this week especially. I'm keeping an eye on.
It's coming. Yeah, we got those big boys in there. Like you said, with the injuries that we've suffered so far on the defensive line, we talk about both the Okwaras. We talk about Pascal. We talk about Levi. Like, these guys are going to be out. So I wouldn't be surprised if all of these guys didn't make the 53-man roster. You look at Kaminsky. He's been going crazy, making a lot of plays in preseason. Same with Austin Bryant. Everybody's talking about how they love Austin Bryant, blowing people up. He was scaring people from the Colts reporters. Obviously, it all starts with Lee McNeil. That's what we have. That is the known commodity. That is the guy that we're putting there. We got Michael Brockers, too, who's no slouch. No slouch at all. Michael Brockers is another good piece to have there. But to rotate these guys in, like you said already, with Isaiah Buggs, with Kaminsky, the commish, with Austin Bryant, and with sawed-off Demetrius Taylor, who is winning the hearts of the Lions coaching staff. Yeah. He's winning the hearts of Dan Campbell, of Aaron Glenn, of Todd Walsh. Like, these guys are so in depth on what these guys are doing in practice. They're not worried about where you came from, what college you went to, where you were drafted, if you were drafted, and how much money you're getting paid. They want to see it. They want the results. They know players because they are players. So when they see a guy out there dominating on the defensive line, they don't care if he was a second-round draft pick like Levi or he was an undrafted free agent like Demetrius Taylor. They bring these guys in. They're like, all right, this is going to fit. He's going to work. We can use him. So that is another guy. But don't sleep on them bringing in a guy. Bringing in a solid vet, bringing in a guy who has the track record. Because, it's awesome to have these guys that really haven't been there, haven't done that. But when you're relying on 4 of them, like we said, with Austin Bryant, Kaminsky, Buggs, and Demetrius Taylor, it gets a little much there. Malcolm Brown was brought in to the Lions facility yesterday. They talked with him. They spoke with him. He was recently cut. Malcolm Brown is a guy who screams Brad Holmes. Screams it. Yeah. Screams it. He is a Brad Holmes guy. He is a 28-year-old former first-round pick that might not have worked out where he was at first, so he got a little chop, got out of there. But Brad Holmes brings him in, says, come here, young man.
Whoa.
I'll show you how to be a player.
Oh, my.
I'll show you how to do this. Like he did with Charles Harris. Like you see him doing with other guys. So if they can bring in Malcolm Brown, 6'2", 320 pounds in his career, 160 solo tackles, 13.5 sacks, 27 tackles for loss, and 26 quarterback hits. This guy gets it done when he's in there. He is productive when he's in there. He is a run stopper. When he's in there, he's a thick, girthy man to fill up those holes, plug those holes with some girth. And, you know, it is awesome that we have this kind of battle, these rotating pieces to start off, and then you can bring in a guy like Malcolm Brown to be another part of that, to show these younger guys, hey, this is the position you got to do. This is how you get off of the tackle. This is how you get off of the guard. This is how you make sure he doesn't touch you. This is how you get off when you're a thick man and you fill that hole and you don't pull out. You just keep filling. I am somewhat excited to see this defensive line battle because it's going to be open for grabs. Like we said, we have Ali McNeil. We have Brockers. But after that, with no Levi, with no Pascal healthy, you're going to need some guys to step up. And whether that's Austin Bryant, Kaminsky, Bugs, Demetrius Taylor, or somebody they bring in, they're going to have some guys, new faces, new numbers on that defensive line playing serious minutes in the beginning of the season. So I'm excited for it. I think Austin Bryant is probably at the top of the list because he's been showing out. He's been going crazy. Kaminsky's up there too. He's been playing very well. But it seems like Demetrius Taylor, like you said, South is rising up the boards. He's rising up the ranks.
Yeah.
And, again, you could bring in an outside source like Malcolm Brown.
Yeah.
Maybe in the Dom. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get you on that because that's not going to happen. But
I'd love the Dom.
You're going to need the help on the defensive line.
100%. I think start off with a solid option there, or a sneaky option, I should say, because he's not even guaranteed to make the 53-man roster. But with the amount of injuries we have, I could definitely see it playing out. And, again, when we're done with the stream, after you guys hit that like button, I encourage you to look up some Demetrius Taylor highlights because they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
He was an edge back in the Appalachian State. I mean, he moved around, kind of like a guy Josh Pascal, but he got after it. Dude's an explosive guy. I think he's like 6'1", 295 pounds. I was getting real nerdy back there. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. But I'm looking at Malcolm Brown's numbers too, and I guess he has a former relationship a little bit with Todd Wash, our defensive line coach. And even last year, back when he was with Jacksonville, he had 2 sacks still. Still a productive guy. It's not like he's like old and out of shape and stuff like that. Like, bring in Malcolm Brown, bro. I'm down for it. Especially, again, we said it before we even got to the preseason. They asked us, what's the most important position on this defense for them to excel? And we said the interior defensive line. We went more specifically in Lee McNeil, which I'm fully confident Lee McNeil is going to deliver on that as well. Mm-hmm. But you throw in a guy like Malcolm Brown, because we already heard Lee McNeil may be moving to that shade, tackle spot versus nose tackle. Well, Malcolm Brown's got that nose tackle spot locked down. You know what I'm saying? He was part of that Patriot regime that won a couple Super Bowls.
Yes.
He got a couple of those in his pocket. You know what I'm saying?
He does.
Fingers a little shiny.
Yes, he does.
Let him hold down that nose tackle spot. Let's see Aleem get versatile on the other tackle spot. We have number 2 overall pick, who is a surefire stud. I'm saying it right now. Outside of injury, and I know he hasn't hit the field, but we've seen AG say it twice now in Hard Knocks. We've seen AG, and even beyond that too, even in like the press conference and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got faith in Jaden. And we know what Charles has done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you Charles is a stud for sure, like trying to sell you on that, but like 7.5 sacks last year on a bad team that weren't in a lot of passing situations because we were constantly getting our asses kicked.
Yep.
For 7.5 sacks to come out of that, I mean, pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it's not, nobody can just go out there and luck into 7.5 sacks. Like, Charles Harris is a good player. He is another Brad Holmes guy that you bring in, that kind of reclamation project. And he says, come here, man. I'm going to show you how to be a player in this league. And he did it.
Yeah.
And he could do that again with Malcolm Brown. Come here, man. I'm going to show you how to recapture that glory. You're going to be the man up the middle for us. And I love it, man. Honestly, so if you can bring in that guy, whether it's Malcolm Brown, whether it's someone else, I'm just saying that because they had him in the building, and he seems like he fits the criteria for that kind of Brad Holmes pick. An under 30, former first-round pick who kind of flamed out but showed he has some serious talent.
Yeah.
That could be a guy you bring in here, get him on a cheap 2-year deal, prove-it deal, and he goes out there, he produces for you.
100%. And I don't know like many other defensive tackles on the market. Obviously, we know Dominic Sue. I was trying to excel you guys on that. I don't think I have to sell anybody on that one. I think if the opportunity given to us, everybody, including Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, would love to have the Dominic Sue. It's just like you said. He's probably looking more so for a contender or the bag. I'm just saying, $9 million at this age, though. You know, this type of production he's giving now, I feel like it might be worth it. Am I crazy for wanting to give Dominic Sue $9 million?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Worth it. Worth it.
You're just in love with him.
Guy wants to know any rumors on Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith got slapped on the hand a little bit. The NFL told him he has to find his own agent. He said he can't be because of tampering considered.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody else call and say you want to come to our team, it's considered tampering. So he's got to find an agent. He's reported back to training camp. But let's be real about it. He's not coming to Detroit. We can't afford that, man. One of the reasons he wants to get traded, he wants to get re-signed. If he's getting re-signed, his current market at the linebacker position is upwards of $20 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff's the 4th highest paid player in the league. We can't afford that right now, unfortunately. Had we drafted Lee Will in the 2nd round, I'm just saying maybe.
You know, we
could cut ties and Goff, save some money.
We've been talking about a lot of big boys.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want yourself some big boy, you can just go down the street because they're everywhere. And at Big Boy, ciabattas are back. Look at that. They got the sunrise ham and cheddar, the chicken cordon bleu, and the chicken club with the bacon and honey mustard. Or you could keep it light with their Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, and Greek salads. Also, don't forget to cool off with a nice hand-dipped shake. They have cookies and cream or strawberry. You heard it here first, folks. Summer just got better at Big Boy. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we will be right back.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Racks.
Hello.
We got Young Sus in the TD booth. We're just talking about possible replacements for Levi Onwuzurike because clearly he's having the issue with the back. And I think it's serious at this point, man. It's 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an injury he had lingering with him headed into the draft.
Hell yeah.
And once you get that bag, you're maybe just better off. He can become an analyst if you want to.
An analyst.
An analyst if you want to. But no, I want, the more I'm thinking about it just over the break, I definitely want Malcolm Brown, but I'm more so excited, like, having this roster be so young and so competitive, it actually gives you stuff to look forward to during the preseason game. Because typically preseason games just, like, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, having this amount of competition, having this amount of injuries in certain spots, I guess more so specifically the interior defensive line, now you have something to watch and look out for, something to come away with when you're watching that preseason game this weekend against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
And we get to see these guys get run with the Stars because in this next game, the Stars are playing the whole first half, which I'm not the biggest fan of.
I doubt they play the whole first half.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Tim Boyle getting the start, too. Looks like he's head of the depth chart on the Blau thing, but it's a quarterback. It's a backup quarterback position. Nothing to die over. Go ahead, put that face on.
Yeah, I saw it coming. You know, you can't turn the ball over that much and keep your job as a backup.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No matter how hot your Colombian wife is, Mr. Blau, and she is very hot.
Moving on, though, I want to talk about another battle going on in the roster. One that I think I'm conflicted with, but I'm not so much so. Dan Campbell spoke with the media today, and he said, you know, the position battles we have going on, the biggest tiebreaker would be can they contribute to special teams. This regime that truly values, you know, that special teams coordinator or position and everything that players can bring to that. But the kick returners are where I want to start this, Spinny.
Okay.
Godwin Igwebuike ranked.
Igwebuike.
I apologize. All right. Good catch.
I got you.
28 returns last year, 697 yards, averaging 25 per.
Yes.
And then we have Maurice Alexander.
Actually, it's 24.9.
Yeah, 25. But you're right.
Just busting your balls.
You're good. But Godwin Igwebuike obviously contributing as a backup running back. I don't know if he's making any leverage in that room per se on the offensive side of the ball, but special teams wise, Maurice Alexander is making this conversation a little bit interesting. And is it worth me throwing a fit over that I want Alexander over Igwebuike?
No. Because I want Alexander too. Give me Maurice. Give me Maurice. You see?
Some people call me Maurice.
Because I speak of the politics of love. People talk about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong. Well, don't you worry, baby. No, don't worry. Cause I'm right here at home. Cause I'm a bigger, and I'm a grinner, and I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. Get my loving on the run. Ooh. All right. So, R.I.P. So, again, I want Maurice. I want Maurice Alexander back there. We see he has 156 receiving yards, return yards already in the preseason. He's averaging 38 yards per return, which albeit it's a much smaller sample size than what Godwin did last year.
It is.
But in that smaller sample size, he already has one further than Godwin's longest last year. Godwin's longest return last year was 47 yards.
Yes.
Maurice had one of 61 yards against the Colts. This guy is explosive. This guy is fast. And Godwin had a little bit of fumble trouble. A little bit of butter fumbles last year. So I'm all with taking the shot on Maurice Alexander. You can keep Godwin on the practice squad. I think Godwin clears waivers. I think Maurice would get picked up because teams, like we said, one of the only spots really that you can come out of nowhere and win a spot in preseason is kick and punt returns. If you see a guy going crazy like that, if you see a guy taking 161 yards, he can win that spot. He can take that spot from you. So I think I'm cool with it, man. I want Maurice. I'm clamoring for Maurice. And I think Godwin would clear waivers. I do.
I'm with you. I think I would clear waivers as well. I'm looking at there's an article that came out. Shout out to POD. They dived a little bit deeper into this, and Fifth did come out and say that Godwin is a starter as of now. He values guys that have actually done this against NFL starters, and he would know more than me.
Yes.
But I gotta assume that all NFL special teams is kind of built around the second string, third string guys. You know what I'm saying, all across the league, and certainly on ours. And we have one of the, dare I say, I know people are gonna laugh at this, but statistically speaking, we have one of the best. And
that's what.
Special teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and ours is made up of that same, was it ilk? And not elk?
Ilk, not elk.
Not elk.
Elk's the shit Joe Rogan hits with a bow and
Joe
eats.
Rogan always asks, have you tried DMT?
Have you tried elk? Elk's actually really good, dude. You go to the jerky outlet, get yourself some elk jerky.
Yeah.
That stuff is fire.
100%. I'm hoping that, I'm not the damn coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making the call, but I hope they figure this out. I really want Alexander to get a fair shot.
Mm-hmm.
I get that he values the guys that are actually in the actual NFL games, putting it out there, and to a certain extent I understand it. But then at least let Godwin get some reps too. You know what I'm saying? See who's doing it more.
Yes.
Because I think that's one thing actually that I noticed, at least in the last game, everyone actually took the return instead of taking the knee because you gotta earn your spot.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander looking damn good.
He is.
Maurice. Looking like the guy.
Looking like the guy. He is. Maurice is looking good out there. Like I said, he looks explosive. Like when he touched the ball, he goes. Like, who did we have back there that was really good a couple years? Andre Robertson?
Yeah.
He was explosive. Like, when he got the ball, he exploded out of that end zone. And that's the same thing I see out of Alexander. He looks like a guy that can flip the field for the offense. And as we get that, if you have a guy that can put you at the 40, the 50, the other team's 40, compared to starting at your 20 or 30, that is a big difference, especially for a team that wants to run the ball, that wants to control the clock, that wants to be dominant that way. If you've got a guy that can already get you in a plus territory off of the kickoff, that's a big factor. And I think Maurice is the way to go, because Maurice can do that, and you can use him as in gadget plays.
Yeah,
because he is a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You can use him in some jet sweep, something like that. Somebody goes down, he can fill in. So I like him a lot. I think I'm going to go with that. That is the guy I want to see. And yeah, I'm Team Maurice. Sorry, Goblin, but
I'm with you, bro. I'm Team Maurice as well. I even shout out to my guy Mike Payton from POD. He's actually the one guy to have ever filled in on the Woodward Heavyweights when he went to Cali.
Yeah.
And I hit him up because I know he's at practice every once in a while. I'm like, yo, please tell me some good news about Maurice and the offensive drills. Like, is he making a name for himself on his team? But Dan Campbell getting said today, I think Maddie may have been the one that asked the question, but he said, the ultimate tiebreaker in a lot of these position battles is going to be special teams.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of position battles, should we go to break? You want to jump into that one now? You want? Or actually, you know what I'll do? Speaking of special teams and positions, I'm going to break down some of the guys that are starting on special teams. This is another article by POD.
Switching up positions?
Just because, you know what I'm saying, it might help you edge out who's going to, make the final 53, because 27 guys are getting cut.
Yes.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of heartbreaks.
It's a lot.
That sucks. Like, can you imagine having to fire like 27 people in one day?
Yeah.
That's a lot. And the dude's like,
I fired 2 people in one day.
Did you cry?
No. They did.
That pussy. No, but starting 11 on the kick return team, Josh Woods, linebackers on there. Brock Wright, tight end on there, which I was getting a little nervous for him, but I think he's making the team. Dan Campbell likes him. He was producing at the game that you went to against the Vikings.
Yeah, he had a couple nice catches.
Chris Board, another linebacker position.
Chris Board's, yeah, he's safe.
We know Malcolm Rodriguez making the team.
Oh, for sure.
He's in the special team units as well. He introduced himself in the NFL with a hell of a hit on special teams, I think 2 weeks back against the Falcons. Anthony Pittman. I don't pay attention to who's on special teams, but I mean, that's one I guess to keep an eye on, because I don't know if he's going to make the team for sure or not. He went to Wayne State. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Bobby Price. Godwin, obviously.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Craig Reynolds. Will Harris. Those guys are 2 expected to make it.
For sure.
Here's a one that might surprise you, because he's just now getting these reps. Mr. Kennedy!
Yeah?
Getting first 3 reps on that special team, and like Dan Campbell said, hey, I'm going to give him every opportunity to make this squad, because he just deserves it.
Kennedy, TK, Joey's boy. He's going to make the squad.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the whole camp of shitting on him.
Sam Flannel?
Flannel Sam. Not here. I looked over like he was. I wondered, hey. But he's making the team, bro. And part of it is because of the injuries, especially one of JMO specifically. But now he's getting special team reps. That wasn't the case before. Dan Campbell's literally put him in a position to make the team. He wants him on this team.
Yes,
and I'm
he
not going to guarantee he's going to get PT, but we saw him get some PT last year, and he threw a touchdown pass. Let's break down some of the position battles. Let me go to break real quick.
You're going to break it down and break?
Yeah, just because I got to tell you guys about the brand new state-of-the-art Sports Dome field house that has a regulation basketball court.
Okay.
Volleyball court.
Okay.
And a soccer field.
Okay.
That can be used for a 7-on-7 football game.
Okay.
They have K-8 features such as AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. You know what actually excites me about this a little bit, Spinny? What's that school down in Florida where they all like the athletes? IMG. I think Michigan getting their own little IMG here at the Academy of Warren.
Okay.
Make sure you guys enroll your kids, man. AcademyofWarren.net is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back talking more Detroit Lions.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. It's Friday. We're getting closer and closer to our fantasy drafts. Getting excited for that. Listen, we got our Woodward Sports Fantasy Draft next Wednesday. So if you guys need to get ready, make sure you guys come check us out at 4:30 at the Woodward Bets YouTube page. You guys also got to make sure you get over to that App Store and download oddstrader.com. It's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, and it's the best place to check all the odds of sportsbooks right in the palm of your hand. But hey, let's not forget those fun coupons. That's what we're here for, fun coupons. Listen, I'm rolling with Johnny Cueto and the White Sox tonight, minus a run and a half against Arizona. Cueto's been pitching pretty well. Sounds good to me. Oddstrader.com. Woodward Bets. Check it out.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy, Eazy, joined by my man, Spin Rex.
Hello.
We got Young Sus in the team. With Young Sus, I am curious of the pulse of the people, and I want to know who are they more interested in having as their kick returner between Maurice Alexander and God bless you on the spelling of this one, Godwin Igwebuike.
For Godwin.
Yeah, it's for Godwin. There you go. Maurice or Godwin. Who do you guys rather see at the kick return position? God did. Shout out to DJ Khaled. New album just dropped. He just paid me $5 to say that. I wish he did, but he didn't. But final preseason game before we head into the official start of the season against the Philadelphia Eagles, where we win, and you give me $5 at the end of that.
Okay.
Where are you watching that, by the way? Not the preseason game, regular season.
Regular season? I mean, I assume somewhere downtown because we're going to be doing a pre-show or a pregame show. I mean, not but Woodward Sports is.
Yeah.
I assume we're going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
In some facet, so.
Curious, no. Probably that's out there.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know why they've been lying, but your shit is not that inspiring. Bank account statement just look like I'm ready for early retirement. Fucking talking that shit just to get a reaction. Fuck going platinum. I looked at my wrist and it's already platinum. I am the kid with the motor mouth. I am the one you should worry about. I don't know
who you referring to. Who is it?
You heard about? Someone just talking that bullshit, man. Someone just gave you the runaround. People done playing the money, but that's what you're doing. The money down. I don't waste time putting money down. I'll just go straight to who got it and buy it in cash. Pussy so good that you gotta come see me on tour. You gotta fly first class. All right.
I was gonna let you go because I said bash instead of cash, and I was just like overly embarrassed by it.
It's okay. I hate myself. So we got some more battles to look forward to, though.
Yes. Some position battles looking to during the Pittsburgh Steelers game, and I'm actually off rip. Which one are you looking forward to?
I wrote down a couple.
Okay.
One of them we spoke about yesterday. We broke the bread, looked at what we saw, shared the supper, me, you, and Flannel. And it's Mike Hughes and Chase Lucas.
Yeah. A.J. Parker in there, too.
A.J. Parker. I think A.J. Parker is kind of...
starter.
Yeah, he's the starter. I think he's cemented at that starter spot for now, at least. You know, to start the season, I think he'll be the starter there. But there's a battle for that backup spot. It's between Mike Hughes and Chase Lucas, and I honestly think it's going to go Chase Lucas. Because Mike Hughes, that's just money off the books if you cut him. And Chase Lucas seems hungrier. He seems to want it more. He seems like he's making more plays out there. He seems like he's going to go out there, be an MCDC guy, man, and just do what you got to do, man. We saw him in Hard Knocks saying, you a little boy, 12. You a little boy, 12. I was like, let's go.
And then the following play, what happened?
Yeah.
12 got crushed.
He said, you a toddler out here playing a grown man's game. I was like, let's go. It was hyping me up, bro.
Yeah.
I love to see it. I love that shit talking, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And that was my favorite thing to do in the trenches.
Oh, man.
Just talk shit to other kids on the line, bro, and then whoop their ass on the next play, talk shit again, and you need that. You need guys that are going to chirp, and especially defensive backs, because they need that uber confidence if you're going to be a defensive back, because you're going to get burnt, you're going to get beat, but you got to just next play. You know, you need a one-play mindset.
Yeah,
and that's what Chase Lucas looks like he has. Also, he has a very good skill set at that position. He's hungry. Obviously, we just said he's got the heart for it.
Yeah.
And he's making plays. So I expect him. And he is, a 7th-round draft pick? So I expect him to go out there. I expect him to get that spot, to get that backup spot, and I do think Mike Hughes is going to get the axe.
Yeah, I think Chase Lucas, that's definitely one of the battles I'm looking forward to because I'm actively rooting for him. One, because of shit talk that you spoke of. By the way, my favorite shit talk as an offensive guard back in my day, if I knew it was like a polling player or like if I was either polling or there's a screen, I'd be like, I got news to your girlfriend or something. Just have them over pursue and fuck up everything. But nonetheless, Chase Lucas too, I think it's forgotten. He comes from San Diego State or Arizona State, if I'm not mistaken. And Herm Edwards, I think, is the head coach over there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's Super Bowl champion with the Colts, right?
Yep.
Herm Edwards, like a respectable head coach. I'm sorry.
No,
KC.
Yeah,
he was with KC. Yeah, that's right. Black people all are the same. Yeah. You know?
Tony Dungy, Herm Edwards.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but yeah, Herm Edwards, a highly respected coach. And then you got Antonio Pierce over there too, former New York Giants Super Bowl champion, middle linebacker, one of the fiercest. I think a lot of that cerebral mentality that Chase Lucas brought into the NFL as a 7th-round pick is helping him stay afloat and compete. Is having guys like that around him. Like those aren't college coaches; those are guys come from the NFL and just happen to be coaching college at this point. Definitely a battle I'm looking forward to. And honestly, I'll throw AJ Parker in that battle too. I don't know that. I could be a fanboy on this one, but I think Chase Lucas is making everything interesting over there.
Yes.
Linebacker spot though too. I'm listening to like a lot of stuff. Coach Shepard spoke yesterday. That's the Detroit Lions head linebacker coach, and he's spoke on. Yes, Malcolm is shining, in camp, and we are giving him first team reps because he's earned it, and he's answered every question he's ever had about him. But he's still a 6th-round pick, and he wants to see it against starters, and I get it. I get it. But he's got his reps with the ones. You know what I'm saying? You saw him in the Colts against the ones too in the Hard Knocks episode. Yeet, you know what I'm saying? He's that former free safety, you know what I'm saying? Great in pass coverage, and that's what you want in the modern day linebacker too. I love that out of him. But I think Derek Barnes is. I think they probably split a little bit. But they're saying Derek Barnes is everything he said below the shoulders. The only thing he's missing is the shoulders up. And that's obviously between he said the ball go right, this boy go left. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of work to do. But Calvin Shepard's working to get him right, and I think that's a battle. I don't think anyone's going to get cut from that situation, but it's more so a battle of who's going to start.
Yes.
And obviously Anzalone's locking down the mic. And it's just who's going to be at will. It's between Derek Barnes and, in my opinion, obviously Malcolm Rodriguez. I think they split a little bit too, so I'm not really tripping off that one. Yeah. What's your take on the linebacker battle?
That's a good battle to look at. Like we said, at the beginning of the season, we expected the starters to be Anzalone and Chris Board. You brought Chris Board in here to be a starter, and we already saw Sean Dion Hamilton get cut. He's out of here. I don't think Chris Board will get cut. Maybe he will. That's another money that you could take off the books. But I don't think he will. I think he'll still be a part of this team. But yeah, like you said, it's between that will position. Is it going to be D. Barnes? Is it going to be our boy Malcolm Rodrigo, Grande Papi, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legends, friend of the show, friend of the network?
Yes, sir.
So I expect Malcolm to start, honestly, because I don't think it sets a good precedent. As you see this guy doing everything he needs to do. He answers everything the correct way. He's in the right position. He's making plays. Like, if you need to show me against ones, then let him show you against ones and put him out there.
Yeah.
And if he does it, he does it. You put in Derek Barnes, that's what it is. But he's doing everything right. You got to put him in there and keep him in there until he messes up or until he proves that he can't, which I don't think he will. I think he's going to be a good player. So I expect... But it is a closer battle than we might have let on. That other people might, Hard Knocks might be leading on because they showing Malcolm in every episode. Malcolm. Because this guy, he's a handsome guy. He's got the face for television.
That's what they say.
So I expect him. That'll be a good battle between him and Derek Barnes. Because I like Derek Barnes a lot when we drafted him. Dude out of Purdue. I saw him a lot. He was a great player at Purdue. I was like, this guy could be a steal. This guy could be a guy. I was debating buying his jersey when we first drafted him. I was like, I might get a Derek Barnes jersey. I was like, I like this guy. He can make some plays. And then obviously, I didn't. I went the route. I waited. And, the Malcolm thing happened, and I was like, I have to buy this guy's jersey. This is the boy. So, and yeah, it's going to be a fun battle to watch for sure between those guys. I do eventually think that Malcolm will get that starting spot, but maintaining it will be the hard spot because, like you said, he hasn't played against guys of this caliber before. It's going to be a shell shock when, we saw him making plays against Nyheim Hines and stuff like that, but him shedding a block from Quentin Nelson making a tackle on Jonathan Taylor is different than shedding a block from a 2 and making a tackle on Nyheim Hines.
Yeah.
So we'll need to see it. He did stuff Jonathan Taylor once, though, in practice. There were reports from that. So
Malcolm.
Yeah, we'll see. But another one I have circled of training camp battles for this third preseason, third and final.
Yeah, I just want to say it real quick. Jared Davis, he done so.
Yeah, Jared
Josh
Davis.
Woods boards on the special teams.
Yeah.
Campbell said that's one of the deciding factors.
Yeah.
Davis not getting reps to the first team.
Jared Davis is gone. Yeah,
Done so.
So another one I have, we spoke to it earlier. It's again, I don't think either of these guys will be getting cut, but that defensive tackle spot. I'd like to see that competition between Kaminsky and Austin Bryant. I like to see those guys going back and forth, both having great games against the Falcons, both pulling down a sack in that game, both doing a lot of things, but we need to see it again. Show me again. Go up there against Pittsburgh and do that. I want to see those guys fighting for every snap, fighting for every possession, fighting for every tackle. You need to go out there and do it. And I expect them both to. Because like you said a while back, there were, 17 teams that put in an offer on Kaminsky when he was on the way. But Lions had the highest priority.
That's a lot.
So that's a lot.
Over half
that's
the league.
over half the league. That is a lot of guys that want this dude. So
The commish.
that tells you something right there. And Austin Bryant has been turning heads, has been looking very good. So I'm excited to watch that defensive line battle. What do you think about that defensive line battle?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think more so on the interior, like you said. So, I mean, Big Meech, shot off. Oh, I say shot off.
Shot off?
I say shot off shotgun. Sawed off shotgun. That's what I'm looking forward to. And especially like this coming week, because I know that they're going to get reps with the ones just because Levi's gone. You know, and I don't think you want Liam to get banged up either. So definitely looking forward to that interior defensive line matchup. And I mean, you said all the names. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we kind of spoke to earlier, but Isaiah Buggs, I think he's a lock to make it. I don't know if he's going to start, but I think he's definitely a lock to make it. He's been impressive. Even my guy, and he could have been playing outside. I wasn't really paying attention, but last week, and I think he got banged up a little bit too, but Brock was the last name. He's like an 84, 94. I know the Detroit Lions Twitter, by the way, they've actually turned things around in a big way, I think, all across the organization. I think on their YouTube, they're finally using thumbnails with who's actually speaking in them. But on Twitter, they had that chase out, and they're like, sack. And I'm like, come on, that's not really a sack. You know, he just chased him out of bounds there.
That's close enough.
Yeah, but Brock, Demetrius Taylor, Buggs, definitely what I'm looking forward to. Jeff Okudah and Will Harris. There's reportedly not an answer to that, the winner of that battle, but I gotta assume it's Jeff Okudah, right? I mean, he's been getting the start.
You got to think right now it is Jeff Okudah.
Yeah,
like you said, he's been getting the starts. He's been running with the ones. He has been making some nice plays. We talk about the plays that he made on Mariota in that first game. We saw him make some good plays in practice against the Colts. He has some, he's shown a little bit. Obviously, he didn't play in the second game. Starters didn't play, but I expect him to go out there, and like you said, it's still a battle. This is still not a solidified spot for Jeff Okudah. He needs to go out there and prove it again against the Pittsburgh Steelers, against Chase Claypool or Deontay Johnson or George Pickens, whoever he lines up, because they have some receivers out there. They might have, Mitch Turdbergler throwing on the ball, but they got some receivers. Even if Mitch plays, I mean, even if Mitch doesn't play, it's baby hands Kenny Pickett. So they got receivers out there. I'm gonna be excited to see Okudah go up against one of those guys. I'd assume it would probably be Claypool that he stacks up against, because Amani will probably be on Deontay Johnson, and I'd assume that Okudah will be on Claypool. So I'd like to watch that matchup. I'd like to see them get some reps against each other, see if he can stay with him, see if he can go up. Because Claypool is a big dude. He's a big guy that goes up there and makes contested catches when he's not celebrating, his 15-yard completion with 10 seconds left on the clock and loses the game. He's a pretty good receiver. So I'd like to see that battle. I want to see what he can do against them. And I think it's going to be Okudah at the end of the day.
I'm with you too. I think another person's inserting himself into that. I don't know where they're going to put him. I know AG spoke on him specifically though, and I've made notice of him at camp as Savion Smith at one of those cornerback positions. Whether, and I'm not telling you he's going to start anything like that, but he's definitely fighting for a spot on this roster. I don't see him on the special teams unit though. It kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, but nonetheless, where can you work out if you want to get a little extra oomph to make that team?
As you know, we broadcast this show live from the Planet Fitness Studios in Birmingham. And you guys got to go there and get the last juice out of this high school summer pass, because Planet Fitness is inviting high school teens ages 14 and 19 to work out for free all summer long, but it ends August 31st. So make sure you go in there and get those last couple days down. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Membership just $10 a month, or Black Card for $24.99. Black Card members also enjoy amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, massage chairs, total body enhancement, along with access to over 2,000 locations worldwide. So join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we will be right back.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
At Alta Equipment,
uptime
matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You have a big project coming up? Alta has you covered. Call them today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Hello.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my man, Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth and a special guest. I teased in the beginning. I told you things were getting real heavy. And we did talk a little freaky stuff, heavy that, but I meant heavyweight with my guy, Sean Murphey.
What up, boys? What's going on, gentlemen? How we doing? It's good to see you both. It's good to be here. Thank y'all both for having me. Oh yeah!
We appreciate you for joining, man. Can before we get into it, can we get a Dan Campbell impression? I see that. I saw that on the internet. I want to hear it.
Listen, man, we got to go out. We got to get some butt cheeks. We got to tackle some asses, man. I don't care if we got one butt cheek on a stick. I'm going to whoop your ass, man. I'm telling you.
God damn, that was good.
That was pretty good, yeah.
That was really
Listen,
good.
Man, I'm trying to set you up for the best position to succeed, man. You're all I think about, man. I cry because of you, man.
That's like really good.
That's pretty
I
good.
got told it was terrible at the beginning, but the more people are watching Hard Knocks, people are like, that's actually a pretty good impression. So
Yeah. That is
apologies
good.
accepted. Apologies accepted.
And it's like natural too. If you had a little bit more like bass in your voice, you'd be spot on.
Man,
100%.
dude, if I had a little more bass in my voice, there'd be so many problems in my life solved. I'm telling you.
Hey, talking about
My
shawty,
pulse
yo,
dropped just
Joey.
5% more. I'm telling you. My God.
Real quick, Sean, because I know we're obviously going to talk some basketball with you. If you guys don't know, Sean Murphey runs with the Woodward Pistons, and he also has his own show too, called From Half Court, hosted by him and Jeff Freddie and your other friend. I apologize.
Troy.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
All my homies hate Troy.
Oh, really?
No, he said Jaden Ivey's going to score 9 points a game.
I saw that, and the next time I saw Troy, I was like, "Are you on crack?" I was like, genuinely, what? And he was like, "Yeah, I went a little too low." I was like, "A little?"
Yeah,
a little bit.
Ivy's was 4 on my list, and I don't even think that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sean.
even Eazy would give him 10 points a game, and this guy was his biggest hater leading up to the draft.
For sure.
100%. Real quick, Sean, who stud on defense? Surprise stud for the Lions, real quick. On defense.
Man, surprise stud. I mean, obviously Aiden Hutchinson's going to be great. I'm really excited to see what we got out of Pascal in the second round. I think
Me too.
the highest rated edge rusher. According to Pro Football Focus coming into this draft, I know he's just a guy that is an absolute stud. Looks like he wants it. Just the way that he talks and approaches the game. I'm just excited to see what he does. There's a lot of guys on this team that I'm really looking forward to seeing, and there's just too many names on the list. But I mean, he's just one guy in particular. I think he's flying a little under the radar.
For sure. And Sean, we if people don't know, people are unfamiliar with the Sean Murphy. He was a big check guy. Big Chet guy leading into the draft. And, you know, unfortunately, I feel bad. I feel really bad for the guy that before his season even started, he's already done. The Liz Frank injury that took out Chet for the year. How do you feel about that? What are you feeling about your boy Chet? And how can he bounce back from that?
Man, I mean, first of all, you know, just everything that you know about the injury, it's not a common injury in the game of basketball. So the fact that he got that injury is really unfortunate. I mean, that's something that's going to, you know, affect the arch of his foot. It's going to affect his overall balance. So it's a tough blow anytime you see a guy like that go down. I mean, for the Oklahoma City Thunder, it's maybe one of those things where, like, it's not the worst thing in the world for them as a franchise, because now you can go and try and add Victor Wembanyama against Chet next year, and then you have, like, the craziest front court of all time. But at the same time, you know, it's one of those things where, listen, it was a freak play. It was contesting LeBron on a breakaway shot on a game that was in a rec league game that was eventually scheduled because that was eventually canceled because it had a wet court. So it's just one of those things where it's an unfortunate circumstance. It could have happened literally in any gym doing literally any type of basketball workout. It's just, you know, anytime you see something like that, especially, you know, like just like a regular play or something that seems regular and he just doesn't land right. Like, I thought it was just a turned ankle. I thought it was just a sprained ankle, and now you find out that he has torn ligaments and that it's this really serious type of fracture. You hate to see it, man. You know? You
do. You really do. I feel bad for the guy. Like you said, he was projected to be one of the best rookies this year. Obviously, he was in a great situation where you had Josh Giddey and SGA feeding him the ball all the time. As our boy Young Sus pointed out yesterday, he really got put in a good situation with 2-point guards that would feed him the ball under the basket a lot. So he's probably going to rack up some points. But
real quick, Sus wanted to say something on that point.
Oh,
yeah. I just wanted to say that the thing with Chet, and it's always been my thing with Chet. It's never questioned his talent, Sean, but the one thing I question is his ability to maintain it. You got to think about it from the perspective of being a champion. In a season where you are competing for a championship, you are playing like 110 games in 9 months. And my thing with Chet has always been never his skill, but I just don't believe that body can hold up for that kind of season, let alone multiple runs at that. So that's always been my thing with Chet, and unfortunately, you know, this is an example of something that, you know, is a routine play, but with a guy like him, I mean, you know, you got to think it's a little more common than it is other players.
For sure.
I mean, like, maybe with his frame, he could be a little bit more inept to getting that type of injury, but at the same time, this is a really uncommon injury to get in the game of basketball. So, like, you just look at the injury that he got, the things that he's going to be dealing with. This isn't something that you normally see in basketball. So it's hard to even gauge, you know, like how much that really comes down to, like, his durability, or if it was just like a freak play. I definitely get and acknowledge and understand, like, the concern, because when you historically look at guys over 7 feet with not a whole lot of build, you know, that is kind of one of those things that you have to question, is their durability. But I think, you know, with Chet, I think it's going to be about, you know, this year just really trying his best to add some weight onto his body. You know, and he's not really going to be able to walk a whole lot. So now he could just do a whole ton of weightlifting now. Maybe this could be a blessing in disguise in a certain sense. But, you know, I don't doubt that Chet can come back from this and ultimately be a productive player. It's just one of those things where, you know, it's like, all right, well, the durability questions now, you know, this is just an unfortunate piece that's on top of it all.
For sure. And what does that mean with Chet missing the season for Jaden Ivey's Rookie of the Year odds? And do you expect him to be in that Rookie of the Year race, or to eventually get that Rookie of the Year goal? Even though we saw, you know, sometimes the best rookie doesn't win Rookie of the Year, like last year. But can you see Jaden Ivey doing that?
Yeah, I mean, the sports books immediately put Jaden Ivey up to second in the odds. So if you look right now, Paolo Banchero's number 1. Jaden Ivey's number 2, and Keegan Murray's number 3. So according to the sports books now, they are really liking Jaden Ivey after that. And all reports suggest that Ivey's had a fantastic summer. Even last night, Ashton was in the chat during our table talk talking about how great of a summer that Jaden Ivey's been having, talking about how great of a summer Hamadou's been having, how great Cade looks right now. So, you know, there's just a lot of reason to believe that Ivey can have that type of season. Now, you know, ultimately, you know, now Pistons fans are going to want to wrap him around like a ton of bubble wrap, seeing what happened to Chet leading up to the season. But he definitely has a chance, and I think he's going to have a good amount of touches. But I think, again, the thing that's going to go for guys, you know, like for Paulo, for one, he's just going to have an absurd amount of touches, almost as many as he wants. So he's going to put up monster numbers. But then also, you look at other guys throughout the conference, and you look at how the Rookie of the Year award for some reason factors in winning now. And so you look at what players are going to be in the playoffs. It's hard to tell, but I mean, according to the sports books and, in my personal opinion, he's definitely in that race. That's for sure.
For sure.
Now, speaking of Jaden Ivey winning Rookie of the Year, and obviously, Troy said he's only going to average 9 points. Like, what type of stat lineup, one, do you predict him to have, and two, what do you need to have to win the Rookie of the Year?
I mean, you're going to have a pretty darn good stat line to get Rookie of the Year. I mean, Ja Morant specifically, looking at, if we want to compare like what Ja Morant was like his rookie year and for what it took for him to come and get Rookie of the Year, he would have to have a pretty on par season for that. Now, I mean, what to expect from him stat wise, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, just for context, Ja Morant in his rookie year averaged 17.8 points a game. So anything around there, I think you're gonna have to get at least 15, 16 points a game, a few assists. And in my opinion, if he could be an effect on the defensive end and limit turnovers, that's something that can help him in that race as well. But I think the ultimate thing is, whether he wins Rookie of the Year or not, I mean, I don't think that's the big thing in the grand scheme of things. It's how does Ivey come out right away, and how does he fit with Cade Cunningham? How does he attack when he finds his way on the NBA court, and what are the things that he's going to be doing that his game's going to evolve as the season goes on? Those are other things that can definitely play an effect into whether or not he gets that award too.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. And expecting a lot out of Jaden Ivey is something that Pistons fans are bound to do because he was drafted so high, because we have him paired with Cade Cunningham. What do you think? How do you think these two will play off of each other? How will they fit for the Pistons this year? Obviously, we know Cade can fit with damn near anybody with his skill set. He can be the distributor, or he could be the lead guy if asked to do that. If he wants to go out and go for 35, 40 points, he can do it. But I expect him to take kind of a smaller role on the offensive side of the ball and focus more on getting guys in better looks, so he's not triple teamed as more than Kevin Durant was last year. So how do you see these guys fitting together for the Pistons next year?
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to have to both get used to playing a little bit more off ball than they might be used to, and both have the capabilities to be really good off-ball players. I think with Cade, one of the things that was attractive about drafting him in the first place was that he was this guy who was amazing, and that he could be such a great playmaker, and you could put the ball in his hands, but at the same time, you could also put him in another role, whatever you need to do for the team to ultimately succeed. So I think the nice thing is, ultimately, when those two get to a point where they're comfortable together, I think you're going to see a whole lot of trading off as far as who has the ball in their hands, who's bringing the ball up the court. I don't think it's going to be like the number one priority on their minds, but I think you are going to have to see that adjustment, because it is very much like a rhythm and a tempo thing as far as running the offense. You only have 24 seconds in the NBA game, so being able to have the ball both and running that offense and facilitating and having things go through, it's going to take time, but if it can reach its apex, it can be explosive on both ends. That's for sure, because you look at the offensive end and you look at how they can play both at a fast pace and really slow, but then also in the defensive end, they're both insanely long and stout and can defend multiple positions. So it has a high ceiling. That's for sure.
For sure. And, Sean, we do have to pay some bills real fast, but we're going to hold on to you through break. Once we get back, we'll talk more about the depth pieces in here, what's looking for Isaiah Livers, and Marvin Bagley,
too.
And Easy's got to argue. Easy's got an argument with you.
Of course.
But first,
Easy's got to have some stupid take. I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
He's always ready for that. You know he's got one of those up his sleeve at least every day. But first, Eazy, tell us about Gypsy Vodka and the Mulligan.
Well, the Mulligan's official drink of the summer. And the Mulligan's here and available at Total Wines or golf course near you guys. What are you doing? Come and find this thing, man. It's Mulligan made with Gypsy Vodka, which includes 8% alcohol. It means the real deal. Just have one of these things that got you where you need to be. I got to get a little buzz. I have to knock down 10 or 12 of them, have a beer gut and beer poops the next day. I just gave me one Mully. I'm feeling good. Ask for the Mulligan at your local golf course or Total Wine near you. It's Woodward Heavyweights. Your boy Eazy. We'll be right back, baby.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new Field House. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
big boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar, all on our grilled ciabatta bread. Or keep it light with our Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a frosty hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better.
Join the Pepper Club today at Chili Pepper Stand. You'll get all the best deals, plus they'll beat all competitors by $5. $5? $5, Spencer. Chili Peppers has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest stands, man.
Dude, that was pretty damn good to start off there.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
It's me, Joe Swanson, your paraplegic neighbor who's also a cop.
I wasn't going for the Joe Swanson. I was just trying to do the man who lives in a van down by the river.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I was going for right there.
That was pretty Joe Swanson-esque.
Hey, when we went to break, Sus raised his hand. He said, guys, let me talk. No, I'm just kidding. He had a point you wanted to make on the Rookie of the Year stuff.
So bring Sean back in and then make yourself that point. Hey, Sean.
Hey, hit
What
that like
up,
button.
what up? Man.
What do you got to say, Sus? Unmute your mic.
So the thing I gotta say about the Rookie of the Year is I was really looking at it in preparation for this, and like the history of Rookie of the Years, because with Jaden Ivey, I'm not expecting him to have the best rookie stats. Like I really think he will have an up and down season, and I want to look at who are the Rookies of the Year that won it without like a great stat line or without just the best stat line of their class. And you
Malcolm
go to
Brogdon.
obviously last year Scotty Barnes. What he did in Toronto. Malcolm Brogdon, the year Joel Embiid went down, he won Rookie of the Year, averaging just 10 points per game. And then Mike Miller, all the way back in 2001 on the Orlando Magic, winning Rookie of the Year, averaging just 10 or 11 points per game. So with those guys, like that's a precedent. The common thread that they all have is they were all 6 or 7 seeds. So they were all playoff teams. So for Jaden Ivey, it's doable because you look at the competition ahead of him, like Paolo, and Pablo is probably going to be like near the bottom of the standings as far as record wise with Orlando. Nobody's got high expectations for them, but the Pistons have to flirt with something around at least the play-in level to me for Ivey to be Rookie of the Year.
That or he has to do something statistically significant, or that team just has to show that they took the next step. I think, one of those things that you look at with a lot of those years, you look at like the Malcolm Brogdon year in particular, that wasn't really like a hot draft class or anything that was doing a whole lot as far as that year. Spencer, what the hell, man? You got me.
I'm laughing at my own joke in the chat.
You're laughing at your own joke.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, man, I can't handle myself when I see Spencer laughing over there. You get me? You laugh, I laugh. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, listen, there's a lot of things that can put him in that position. He can excel and thrive, and Jaden Ivey's just one of those guys where, for me, I think the expectation of what I want to see from him, because I think we all know that he's going to be able to come in with his athleticism and on the offensive end, at the very least, contribute and be serviceable day one. I want to see how he is as an NBA defender day one. I want to see what it's like when he has to face difficult matchups. I want to see how he's going to grow and evolve as a defender throughout the year, especially since Troy Weaver and Dwayne Casey challenged Ivey to be a great defensive player. So I'm interested to see how he approaches that year one and what that's going to look like.
Yeah, before we get into your battle with Eazy, because I don't even know what that's about. He didn't tell me
I don't
anything
know.
about
Yeah,
that. I don't know what to expect.
No, I just wanted to argue.
What who do you're just gonna make something up? He's like a mad girlfriend.
He's just waiting to pounce now. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Who do you think?
Sean's the ultimate punching bag when we get those verbal sparks.
Who do you think has the biggest jump by the end of the year this year? Marvin Bagley or Isaiah Livers?
Oh man, I gotta go with Isaiah Livers just because I think between the two, I think Marvin Bagley is going to be able to continue to excel. But I think at the same time, I think part of what's going to make him excel is that Detroit's not going to ask him to do anything that he isn't comfortable with doing. They're not going to have him go out there and be anything that he isn't. And so if Marvin Bagley can show that he can start to consistently hit that outside shot a little bit more often, then maybe we're having a little bit of a different conversation. And I think for a guy like Marvin Bagley, there's an opportunity to earn a starting spot and perhaps stay in that lineup for a little while this year. But I think with Isaiah Livers, I think for one, now that he's had an entire healthy summer to work on his game, grow his craft, and like not have to rehab. I think that's going to be a big thing for him. I think we saw how effective he was just from earning his way onto the roster last year, fighting and clawing through the Motor City Cruise. Last season there was kind of a doubt as to what Livers' role was even going to be with this team long term, but now there's people in the community that say that this guy could be a starter. So I think looking at Isaiah Livers' talent, what he showed in the summer league as far as his intensity on both sides of the ball, his high character we've seen since his days at Michigan. Whether you're a Michigan or Michigan State fan, it doesn't really matter. You can't deny the guy is just like an insanely high character, likable dude. But then in addition, just all the skills that he brings. The guy's a sniper from beyond the arc, man. And if he's just given more opportunities and now he's going to have more ball handlers and playmakers and creators on his team, it's just going to get even better for him. So I think Livers is just in a position to thrive this season.
I'm with you. I wanted to argue with you, but I can't argue on the Isaiah Livers thing. Spain's going off in the chat. It's not true. But no, I'm hyped by Isaiah Livers. I don't want to see he's been slept on because a lot of people are bringing it up. At least a lot of people on like Detroit Pistons Twitter, but they hype up everybody, man. They're hyping up at this point. They're hyping up Kevin Knox, bro. I'm not
right. Well, I think he was hyped. I think he was slept on for the vast majority of the season, before the spring. Leading up to like March. Like I think
he was developing,
even
though.
Yeah, he was developing. He was in the Motor City Cruise. He wasn't really seen, but when he was getting time on the court, people were like, what are we gonna see? But now, he's being taken seriously as like a genuine member of this core. So for that to have that type of value in the second round, around like when we drafted Luka Garza,
when he's doing this.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, we just gotta.
It's very distracting to Sean. So.
I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. But I mean, in all seriousness, I think Marvin Bagley's gonna have a really good year as well. I mean, there's a reason why they gave him a 3-year fully guaranteed deal with $12.5 million a season. It's because they like him, and it's because in his limited time here, he showed a lot of growth and improvement, and I think that he can keep showing that as well. But I think this season in particular, I think with Marvin Bagley, I think we can see that jump, but I think it might be more gradual. It might take more time. We might really see that in his second full season in Detroit. But like with Isaiah Livers, I just think being healthy, being on the court, and having a full summer to prepare, I think he's going to freaking be ready to go now. So I'm just ready to see what he does.
Yeah, I don't even know if there is like much of a jump for Bagley to make. I think he's kind of the product that he just is. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe just having Cade next to him makes him better, a little bit more efficient because Cade's elite, I believe Cade will be an elite playmaker. But I may not have an argument to propose to you at the moment, Sean. However, we let one gentleman speak with you earlier. We granted him that presence. This man wore a Blake Griffin jersey, all right, to our Thursday outing. And I got to hear, what is your take with the whole situation, the way Blake Griffin left town? Please be on my side with this one. I'm not the biggest fan of him. But Sus, that's his guy. He's got a poster above his bed.
Listen, man. All right. All right. So first of all, I don't think Blake Griffin deserves like a whole lot of criticism. I will say, like, his antics with beef stew, I mean, like, obviously you're going to go and defend your guy. It's Detroit versus everybody at that point. And so at that point, all allegiances are out the window. But first of all, you got to remember, Blake Griffin didn't ask to be traded to Detroit. He literally was brought in by the Clippers front office and ownership, was given a fake jersey retirement ceremony, was pitched that you're going to spend the rest of your life and rest of your career in LA, and then 6 months later they ship his ass to Detroit. So like that's not exactly the easiest circumstances to deal with, but for him to also take that and to turn it into a positive and take his last truly really good NBA season, ride his leg, ride an injury that clearly has affected him to this day because he hasn't been the same player since really dealing with this partial meniscus tear. But also, just like we rode that guy to the playoffs, and he played on a really injured leg. Like, we forget that he was on one wheel during that series. So, I get that. Like, I get like the beefing with beef stew, all the antics, everything you have. I get like not liking that stuff, but like at the same time, it's not like Blake wasn't doing that when he was in a Detroit uniform. So, like, did you expect anything else when he was on another team? So, for me, it's like, that's just who Blake is. At the end of the day, when he was here, he worked his ass off for Detroit, even though he didn't ask to be. So, hats off to him, man. He played really hard when he was a Piston.
Man, fuck both y'all.
I have a quick question before we let you get out of here, Sean. Who do you think are the 2 starting big men for the Pistons to start off the season. Because when I said Nerlens Noel might start, you called me a dummy. You made fun of me.
I didn't call you a dummy. I was just
Sean
like,
gets aggressive.
Yeah,
Sean,
he does.
Don't let the voice fool you.
Yeah.
He gets aggressive.
He does.
man, what the hell? I don't get aggressive, damn it. No, but I think to start the season, I think it's going to be Marvin Bagley and Isaiah Stewart. I think those guys naturally work the best together. As far as, with Isaiah Stewart, I think for the most part, it's kind of his job to lose until otherwise. I think Nerlens Noel is a guy that can come in and play a lot of really serviceable minutes off the bench to start the season. But I think the goal is to start with Isaiah Stewart in the lineup, have Marvin Bagley there. And I think the goal is to keep Isaiah Stewart in that lineup, but shift in Jalen Duren as the season goes on. So I think I think you'll see Marvin Bagley more than likely get there. That's my prediction. But at the same time, you really never know. I mean, for all we know, Nerlens Noel, I've been hearing a lot of positive things about him too from other people as well. So
like what?
Hey, Spencer, I've been hearing that he's been looking good this summer. I've been hearing that he's going to be a solid addition. So
he's a great defender, great rebounder. Like I liked it when we picked him. I watched a lot of Knicks games. Yeah. Knicks are my second team, so I watched a lot of Knicks games last year. And yeah, I know, right?
I hate all New York teams.
Like, why did you do that to yourself? Like,
I don't know, man.
You went with the one team that had a worse decade this past decade than us.
Yeah, I know.
That is really weird.
Is it a Carmelo thing? Yeah, it was when Melo went there.
All right.
I liked him when John Starks, I would watch John Starks shit and him fighting Jordan and John Starks, Patrick Ewing. I liked Patrick Ewing a lot. Oakley, all those guys. And then when Melo went there, I was like, all right, I'm gonna like the Knicks. And then I continued it after it.
Yeah, they're one of those teams where, for the sake of basketball, I want them to be good.
Yes.
But, man, are they fun to make fun of while they're down.
James Dolan is the worst owner in the history of sport.
Yeah. All New York teams are the most fun.
He's pretty darn bad. He's pretty darn bad. But I will say, the era of Phil Jackson sleeping during draft scouting is my favorite era of Knicks basketball.
Yeah, that was terrible. Zen Master was too blowed to keep his eyes open to watch some draft prospects. But, Sean, we appreciate you joining the Woodward Heavyweights, man. As you know, we're going to have Sean on a lot this year. He says Fridays are his thing, so maybe it's a Friday thing. Maybe it's Fridays
I'm trying to make it so that it's more than that, but at the very least, Fridays with the Heavyweights sounds like a hell of a good time to me.
We appreciate you, man. And shout out your channel. Shout out the stuff you're doing one more time before we let you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, man. So be sure you're checking out From Half Court for all the NBA content that you can get your hands on. Be sure you're checking out Woodward Pistons and everything we got going on down there, especially with the Piston season coming up. You're going to want to be catching that. But also I'm writing for Woodward Sports, doing a whole lot of Pistons content and articles on there. So go to WoodwardSports.com and you can catch a lot of my work there as well.
For sure. Thanks, Sean. We'll talk to you soon, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys.
So, if like me, you torture yourself with being a Knicks fan after being a Pistons fan, you might need some help up here. And if you need some help up there, we got the spot for you. That is SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, helps spread awareness of fentanyl and other addictions that are plaguing our community. My guy Sean Jordan is doing something great for the community, helping those who really need it, and he's doing it right here from the Woodward Sports desk. So if you're struggling or know someone who is, make sure you go to thesportsma.com to get the help you need. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck.
Fulling.
There are multiple different ways you can play at the home of the original football bowling pin game called Fulling. They have $12 open. They have $12 open unlimited play where you can stay there open until close. Have a good time. They also have private lane reservation, $120, 10 to 12 people. You get your own lane and you can bring in any type of food you want. If you get thirsty, they have a $2 mystery beer vending machine or multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from if you want to make a decision. So come on down to Hamtramck, check them out in person, or visit them online at FullingWarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Rex.
What up, though?
We are Young Sus in the TD booth. Damn, there's like a gnat just came to...
Seen that.
What the fuck's up, dog? No, but welcome back. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I've been slacking. I haven't told you guys once out loud to hit that like button. Spain's looking at me like he trying to get smacked the fuck up.
Smack the like button.
Man.
Like I'm going to
like
smack
button,
Eazy across the face after the show.
Ain't gonna do shit, though. I'll break your leg off and beat you with it.
That's gay.
What's the problem with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
You got an issue with Young Sus and his lifestyle?
I love Young Sus. I said that's okay because you can't do it.
All right.
Thanks, bro. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, we gotta do an Uncle Sus segment. It'd be fire. We recorded in Studio B, a bunch of jump cuts. I'm ready, man.
Would you guys want an Uncle Sus segment?
100%. This is happening. They don't have it visualized like I do.
Yeah, they don't get the choice. They're gonna get it. They're gonna take it.
You're gonna get your dose of sus.
You're gonna get your Uncle Sus
weekly with the
Woodward
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights.
I had a whole topic I wanted to ask you about when we came back from the break, but I don't even remember what it was, to be honest with you. I'm kind of upset about it. Nonetheless, I'll spill into this. Since we were talking basketball, Isaiah Livers.
Yes.
I think he's going to be the truth.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's going to make good plays. We obviously saw him. He is a guy that goes out and can defend at a high level on the perimeter. He is a good shooter from three-point range, so he has that kind of stereotypical, 3-and-D guy that you want in the NBA. But we saw him in the summer league defending in the paint, getting up and blocking centers, making some plays in the paint. We see his workout tapes where he's doing off the dribble pull-ups, where he's making all these moves that we haven't really seen him pull out of the bag just yet. So if Isaiah Livers can be a great role player for this team, and he might become more than that if his game continues to evolve.
Who said in the chat? Doughboy Steve said, sticks in the news. Epic goes, did he get assaulted?
What news?
Yeah, we got to turn that on. I just picture Stick on the news, holding his purse or something like that. Yeah. He's like, he tried insulting me. He tried stealing my purse. No, I'm messing with you. Shout out to Stick. He's a man. Livers making K-Town proud. Isaiah Livers, I think, is going to be the truth. Pittsburgh Steelers.
NBC? Is he on NBC?
You know, it'd be funny if he was on one of those economic banking ones.
Yeah.
Because he was bitching at you about the student loans.
Yeah, he was.
Hit the like button if you guys haven't already.
Fox 2.
I'm trying to think.
CBS. What's he on?
Sus. If we do, Uncle Sus.
Mm-hmm.
We doing are you gonna switch it up? You doing all basketball? Are you doing all music?
I gotta talk with you because I gotta really get the vision that you have.
Okay.
I kind of get what I think you're going for, but I want to lay it out. I'm 100% down.
Oh yeah.
But
I want to see what it is.
It'll have to wait until next week because that'll do it for us today.
Still 2 minutes,
we
dog.
appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share the stream. Tell your friends, tell your family, make a fake account for your grandma, and make sure she's watching
is there a rooster on
the
TV?
Woodward Heavyweights.
What are they talking about right now?
For the man to my left, Speak Easy
My
Sports,
mind's
the
blown.
one, the only. For Young Sus, Christopher Platty holding it down in the TD booth. My name is Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.